the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson.
It's the city of brotherly love, home of the... And both these teams very aggressive. Looking at early offense. Transition defense, I think, would be critical. What do you think?
Up-tempo basketball, Kevin. Up-tempo basketball. Right now, the pace. How do you control the pace? You got to control the boards. You got to be aggressive on the defensive end because this game can get out of hand if you don't get back on D.
And now the Lakers starting group. Pollard is out there with the bulldozer. And there's the bulldozer. And there's the bulldozer. And it's the bulldozer in at the 4 slot.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
Cheap turnover. You got to make sure your target's ready for the pass before you let it go.
And the Lakers with possession here. It's a 5-point game. Buckner, good.
Well, Kevin, it's impossible for the D to impact that type of shots if it's going to be that matchup. He's giving away too many inches.
Jacks up a 3, and another 3 for the Lakers.
Man, they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Well, you figured this might happen given how efficient their offense usually is.
Here's Tiny, poked away, all by himself. Here's Niniades, the big dunk at the end of the break.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you got to love it. Everything's working. Offense, defense, already a big lead.
And here are the 76ers now. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Tiny. And nothing is falling for him right now. For Los Angeles, they've gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. And the 76ers decide to take their first timeout here.
And clearly, he's in a lot of pain. They call time, and the trainer's going to get a chance to go out and check him over.
Pass to Tiny. Here's Tiny. 76ers moving the ball around. Poked loose. Now the Lakers on the break. Up the floor for the finish. And he goes in for the dunk.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain this level of energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
Here's Tiny. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. The shot's good from Pollard.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
The 76ers trail by 18. Now we'll go to our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brett Brown.
Thanks, Kevin. He told me that when you're playing against a team as good as they are inside, you have to stop the easy looks. He said if they can keep them out of the paint, they'll be in good shape to win. We'll see, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Here's Tiny, 5 to shoot. Here's Tiny, off the mark, and the drought continues.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Pollard, good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Here's Tiny, and the 76ers call time here.
Start it.
And really few teams in NBA history have undertaken the sort of extreme makeover the Sixers did over the last 4 years, and a lot of losing along the way, but the fans have been surprisingly supportive of the rebuilding process.
And before the rebuild, the Sixers for a long time were stuck in mediocrity. Treading water, Greg, as they might say.
Yeah, and it's hard to make that leap without top draft picks. And the Sixers plumbed the depths, if you will. Now, though, I think they've found their treasure trove.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Ratliff's checked in for the Bulldozer. And it's the Bulldozer in for the Bulldozer.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Oh, I know this feeling. They're in that special zone where you feel untouchable. They haven't missed in a while.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And that's 12 points for the Bulldozer.
And really setting the tone early with their three-point shooting.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Here's Tiny. Passes it to Tiny. Clock at 6. The pass to Tiny. Augustine with the steal. And here we go again. The Lakers on the break. Wing shot on the way. Again, Los Angeles.
That's a tough size matchup there, and he takes advantage of it from mid-range.
Here's Philadelphia. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Tipped away. Here's Tiny. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. All by himself. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination.
Man, just flying up and down the court. 9 straight in transition.
Pass to Tiny. Fast break. The Lakers finishes the break with a slam.
And it's about the tempo, guys. It favors them. And just look at that score.
Well, that's where they have the advantage tonight. They're just a better team in transition.
Here's Tiny. Out in his own on the break. By himself. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
2 points. That one goes.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Goes up. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Right off the opening tip, they've been relentless. And this style of play can be hard to come back against.
Here's Tiny. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Talk about ugly. I mean, no pressure being put on him, and he sails the pass right out of bounds.
A 3 off the inbound. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Here's Tiny, and now we've got the intentional foul. The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
Well, Chris, the NBA game is a game of superstition. And even if you aren't superstitious, you still get into the habit of a routine. So what was your pregame routine that you had during your career, something that was there every night with you before a game?
Well, about superstitions, Kev, I have one superstition, and it might sound weird, but it was to not have a superstition. So I'm a guy that can get caught up in routine and things like that. So if I played a great game and I had something to eat, I wouldn't eat the same thing on purpose because I didn't want the superstition to control me. I wanted if for some reason I couldn't have the food. If for some reason I got to the game late, I never wanted that to be in my head. And so my thing was, since early in high school, I tried not to have a superstition. But in saying that, you do have a routine. And my routine as I got older was, before I get to the arena, I'd read the notes of the game and all that good stuff. And I'd just sit in the hot tub with my headphones on. I figured that was the best way to get warm at an older age. And that's really the only thing I can remember relying on before a game. And that was in my older years.
Good story. Good story.
A meteoric ascent for Luke Walton. 2 years before signing as coach for the Lakers, he was a part-time assistant with their development team. Now the youngest head coach in the league. He's almost 2 years younger than Kobe Bryant.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Passes to Tiny. Here's Tiny, guarded by Augustine. Here's Tiny, down to 5 on the shot clock. Tiny, the pass to Tiny. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's Tiny. They set the pick. Got a piece of it. Tiny, the pass to Tiny. Here's Tiny. He's covered by Ratliff. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Irvin. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
They've come in with a great overall strategy, the right attitude, and the scoreboard reflects that.
The 76ers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the Lakers, Greg, for a long time could rely on the lure of Los Angeles to draw top free agents. History does a lot, it seems.
Yeah, Paul George listing them on his short list shows they still have that pull, but the Lakers will be big players in free agency, I believe, in the near future. It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
There's the pass to Tiny. Here's Tiny to the inside and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Pollard. He's got 16. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. 76ers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Pass to Tiny. Here's Tiny, guarded by Augustine. 76ers moving the ball around. Passes it to Tiny. 6 on the shot clock. For the 3, the Lakers with the rebound. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Augustine. Again, Los Angeles.
And it's not the half-court D that's been the problem. It's scores like that which are killing them.
The pass to Tiny. Here's Tiny to the left side wing. Pass to Tiny. Here's Tiny. He's covered by Ratliff. Tiny. And he overshot that one, missing. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Philadelphia's gone 0 of 4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Here's Tiny. Passes to Tiny. Here's Tiny. Here's Tiny. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Oh, terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
A nice shot by Ratliff.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
The pass to Tiny. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Oh, that's a brutal giveaway. A pass to no man's land.
Here's Irvin. And another basket for the Lakers.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And he commits the intentional foul. The 76ers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. The first free throw is good. And he can't hit the second. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
Well, they have some terrific shooters on their squad, and they are all shining brightly for them today.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And we'll be right back after this. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, here's Tiny. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the 76ers, Tiny out there with Tiny. Then it's Tiny. Then it's Tiny, and it's Tiny in at the 5. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. Here's Pollard. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Pollard's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Lakers. Pass to Tiny. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Tiny. And he banks in the layup.
That's just too easy. I mean, you can't let him post you like that.
Well, yeah, you want to try to deny and take something away, but you can also see he's smart about his position.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And here we go. Here's Augustine. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Yeah, of the two teams, they're taking the more makeable shots. Let's see if they can sustain it throughout the game.
Clock at 6. And there's the pass to Tiny. Here's Tiny. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Here's Tiny. Pass to Tiny. Here's Tiny, guarded by Augustine. Passes it to Tiny. To the wing right side. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Clock at 4. And now, here comes August.
Oh, nasty. Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Now the pass to Tiny. Here's Tiny. Pass to Tiny. Out to the right wing. Here's Tiny. The 76ers with another miss. Unloads from 13. And again, it's the Lakers.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Augustine with the steal. One-on-one here. Here's Pollard, and again, it's the Lakers.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Stripped away. Ratliff, the pass to Pollard. Baseline jumper, and there it is for him. Pollard's got 8 here in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Passes it to Tiny. And now we've got the intentional foul. Here's Tiny. They set the screen. 6 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Here's Tiny. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, going up against a big run, trying to mount one of your own, I mean, it's exhausting and takes a tremendous amount of energy here.
Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. They get a hand on it. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Pollard. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Oh, I know this feeling. They're in that special zone where you feel untouchable. They haven't missed in a while.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Here's Tiny, guarded by Augustine. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. The Lakers will take possession.
That's just a lack of communication. Two guys just not on the same page.
And here are the Lakers. They've got a 22-run going. What a pace. And he dunks it down.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
But guys, the defense knows he has this ability, correct? Yet no one thinks to put a body on him? Incredible.
The pass to Tiny. Got a piece of it. Pass to Tiny. Shot clock at 6. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Puts up a 3, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Three from the inbound. Second chance shot. He lays it in. And that's now 18 points for the Bulldozer.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back. And for the Sixers, trust the process was the motto. And the process now finally bearing fruit. You see the young talent. Now it's about figuring out how all these pieces fit together.
Knocked away. From deep. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
That's something about all these turnovers. Right away, you're at a disadvantage defensively.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. You were talking about the fit for these young Sixers. A bit of a logjam in recent seasons in their front court.
Yeah, I mean, they were in talent acquisition mode, just going for the best player available. And now as they see things taking shape, it's time to try and balance the roster.
Here's Tiny. Just 5 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. The 76ers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5.
And if you want to drive your coach crazy, this is a good place to start.
Come on, man. This is a clown move. Heaving it from the parking lot, showing very little respect for the game.
Another steal. Here's Pollard. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Just increasing their advantage. And right now, they're in a zone on both ends.
Oh, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they've dominated.
Here's Tiny. He's covered by Ratliff. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. So it's Philadelphia now. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Tiny. The 76ers again can't hit it.
As he continues to rack up the misses from three-point range, he still appears undeterred. He's going to keep firing from out there.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
That's tipped. Passes to Tiny. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Couldn't come up with that pass there. Clearly wasn't expecting it.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Oh, I know this feeling. They're in that special zone where you feel untouchable. They haven't missed in a while. Talk about ugly. I mean, no pressure being put on him, and he sails the pass right out of bounds.
Shoots, and again it's the Lakers.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And an intentional foul right there. And so they foul intentionally. Out to the right wing. Tiny, the pass to Tiny. 6 on the shot clock. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. To stop the drought, it's rebounded by Pollard.
And as he squares up from mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, then getting right up on the jump shot.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And the pass to Tiny. Knocked loose. Augustine with the steal. And they're pushing it up from the arc. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
Here's Tiny, guarded by Augustine. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. .151 left here in the second. Pass to Tiny. And they go to the intentional foul. There's the pick. Shot clock at 6. Passes to Tiny. A 3-ball, and it's blocked. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. A nice shot by Ratliff.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
There's the pass to Tiny. Here's Tiny, guarded by Augustine. Pass to Tiny. Here's Tiny. Augustine with the steal. And now Augustine pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And beginning to pull away. Really effective play calling halfway through this one.
Well, they figured out what's working, and that's what they're going to keep hammering on.
They set the pick. Here's Tiny, guarded by Augustine. Shot clock at 5. Tiny, the pass to Tiny. To halt the run, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. .35 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Pollard. And the 3 off target.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Here's Tiny, guarded by Augustine. Passes it to Tiny. 5 to shoot. The pass to Tiny. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. It could go. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And so it's the Los Angeles. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided. The Lakers did not hesitate to set the pace. Seemingly flawless as the game got underway, they were knocking down shots and playing tough defense as they went on a 13-0 run. They came on extremely strong as the quarter was winding down. That's it for halftime.
The skyline of Philadelphia looking especially majestic tonight as we welcome you back to action. And here are the 76ers now. Chris, during your career, you always had incredible footwork in the post. Who are some of the bigs that impress you with their footwork today?
Oh, wow. I think you have to look down in New Orleans. I mean, they have two great examples in Minnesota, and that young fella Cat there, the way that he plays and moves his feet and how he handles it in the post, you have to love it. But I love where the big men are today because they have great footwork. They have the skill set of the small guys and still use their size. But those three come to mind right now.
It's not a lost art either. I think guys realize that their footwork is sometimes their ticket to a good career.
They're better, and if not, they need to open the basketball history books and look at guys like Akeem Olajuwon and Kevin McHale, two of the best ever with footwork. And that's why, it's fun growing up playing other sports because it prepares you for basketball. It prepares you having to quit work and having to be a big guy but still being light on your feet.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Ratliff is out there with the bulldozer. And there's the bulldozer. And there's the bulldozer. And it's Pollard in at the point. Here's Irvin. Cans it from downtown. The bulldozer's got 23 points.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Pass to Tiny. Pass to Tiny. 6 to shoot. Got a piece of it, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's Leach, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
The pass to Tiny. They get a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Pass to Tiny. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Tiny. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. A 3 ball, and another 3 for the Lakers.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
That's tipped. Fast break. The Lakers fires the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Pollard's got 49 points in the game.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
They set the pick. Clock at 6. Tiny, the pass to Tiny. It's deflected. Now the Lakers on the break. 3-pointer Augustine, and another 3 for the Lakers.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Here's Pollard, uses both hands to slam it down.
And everything they're attempting is going in. Tremendous run here in the third.
Well, I don't know what they talked about at halftime, but they found a weakness in the defense.
Passes it to Tiny. There's a good screen. Here's Tiny. 5 on the clock. And the pass to Tiny. Trying to get back on track. The Lakers with the rebound. The Bulldozers got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
They haven't been able to get their legs under them since coming out of the locker room. 0 for 4 to start the half. But that lead's only going to keep growing if he keeps shooting it like he has so far.
Pass to Tiny. Fast break. The Lakers from deep 3-point range, but they get it back. Augustine. And again, it's the Lakers.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Here's Tiny. Passes it to Tiny. Here's Tiny. He's covered by Ratliff. Launches a 3. Pollard, good. Pollard's got 57 points.
He continues to be their go-to guy. If they close this game out, his stamp will be all over this win.
And there's the pass to Tiny. Here's Tiny. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
And hate to make a mistake there, have to stay focused.
You're so right. Trying to shrink the deficit, sometimes you push too hard to make something happen. Coach Luke Walton is coming from the 73-win Warriors team of 2016. He took over a Lakers team that has just finished off the worst season in franchise history. Quite a contrast.
Pass to Tiny. And now we've got the intentional foul. Here's Tiny, guarded by Augustine. 4 on the clock. Tiny, the pass to Tiny. Rejected by Ratliff. And now Augustine pushing it up. No one back to stop him. They get the rebound.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 0-5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. Passes it to Tiny. Here's Tiny. Got a piece of it. And here we go again. The Lakers on the break. Got that one up quick. 16 points for the Bulldozer.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Over to the wing. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And it's the Lakers' ball. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
Yeah, they've come out of the break with an eye toward efficiency. One of the advantage they hold in this game.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink?
And it's the 76ers with the ball. They're scoreless since the first half. Here's Tiny, 6 on the shot clock. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, look, his teammates are going to stop giving him the ball if he keeps taking shots like that.
Augustine, that's good.
He has them reeling. They haven't had an answer for him this quarter.
Now the pass to Tiny. Here's Tiny. Pass to Tiny. Here's Tiny. Pass to Tiny. To end the run, and it's sent back by Ratliff. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here's the Bulldozer. 16 points for him.
He's put up a show so far to begin this one. He has not missed one yet.
The Bulldozer's gotten all of his threes to drop for him. 3 for 3. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Well, the defense had nothing to do with that turnover. They're just fortunate. That's just plain sloppy passing.
Tries a 3 off the inbound. The shot's good from Pollard.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
There's the pass to Tiny. 5 to shoot. Here's Tiny. 76ers moving the ball around. It's tipped and pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Augustine's running. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Here's Tiny. There's a screen. They get a hand on it. Unhindered, going all the way. Ratliff's shot is good. Ratliff's got 18 points in the game.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Pass to Tiny. Here's Tiny, guarded by Augustine. 6 to shoot. Tiny, the pass to Tiny. Out of hand on it. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Connects from three-point range. 21 points for the Bulldozer.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Here's Pollard. And again, Los Angeles with a triple.
The entire offense has revolved around him today, and that's been the perfect game plan.
Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Passes it to Tiny. 1:10 left in the third quarter. Tiny, the pass to Tiny. Out to the wing. Tiny. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know if he can just break through this cold streak, he can give you what you need.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. To the right side. Here's Tiny. Another miss by Philadelphia. From deep. But they'll get another chance. Here's Pollard, the 15-footer. Good.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
There's the pass to Tiny. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Here's Tiny. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. We've got Tiny. Tiny out there with Tiny. Then it's Tiny, and it's Tiny in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's Tiny. Poked away. Here's Leach. The Lakers rebound. Pollard, good.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Pass to Tiny. Here's Tiny. And now Augustine pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And how about the fast hands and then getting right out in transition?
I mean, look, I was going to say you're attacking on both ends, quickly going from defense to offense.
Here's the screen. Pass to Tiny. Here's Tiny. Shot clock at 5. Will it go? Rebounded by the Lakers. Radliff's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Wasted no time on that one. 24 points for the Bulldozer.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Well, what I like about it most is he's doing it efficiently.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Pollard. Shot clock reset for Los Angeles. And that one drops for him. The Bulldozers got 16 here in the second half. They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, on both ends of the floor, Kevin. They've lost some confidence along the way.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. It's good from long range.
And certainly, they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Tiny, guarded by Augustine. Just 5 to shoot. The pass to Tiny. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's the three. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
I mean, what else can you do against him?
Philadelphia has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Tiny. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Over to the left wing. Stolen by Ratliff. They're running. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. Good on the bucket. That's now 32 points for the Bulldozer.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
The three. Good on the three-point shot.
Oh, he's just on fire now. You can't slow him down.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
It's tipped. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
And don't forget about the good hand-eye coordination. I mean, he almost corralled it in for the steal.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Here's Tiny. 3 on the clock. Here's Tiny. The 76ers with another miss. Here's Pollard. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
Stacks on stacks on stacks. They're looking to stack up some points. They've gotten into a nice groove from out there.
Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Leach. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Ripping and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
Here's Tiny. Passes to Tiny. Another steal. Here's the break. From deep, the long distance three is buried. And that's now 35 points for the Bulldozer.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
That's because he's finding his spots. No hesitation. You can sense his confidence.
Tiny, the pass to Tiny. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range, he can't get that one to fall. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Took him no time at all on that one.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And there's the pass to Tiny. Poke loose. Pass to Tiny. Here's Tiny. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Tiny, the pass to Tiny. Here's Tiny, and it's blocked. Here's Irvin, and another three for the Lakers.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
Knocked loose. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Here's Tiny, guarded by Augustine. 6 to shoot. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Clock is at 3. Tiny. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple, just shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half. And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
And Chris, in your playing days, you had to deal with media answering questions. Now you're on the other side of that. You're asking the questions. What was your view of the media then, and has that changed at all?
My view of the media then was watch what you say, because they will take the smallest soundbite and turn it into the title of the article. And if you don't read the article, you will not see that it had anything to do with what was written. So always be cautious. And of course, they're good members of the media, but you can always get got. And I still feel the same way, that you just need to be honest, respect the process, but make sure that you understand that the interviewer is doing their job, and it would be a great notch in their belt to use one of your quotes as a gotcha moment. And so I just think you just have to be careful and make sure that you're prepared for the interview. But no, it hasn't changed, and hopefully, Kev, like yourself, I could bring some levity to it and some honesty to it and have some fun, because at the end of the day, I'm a fan of all these guys. I know how hard they had to work to get to this moment. I know the ups and the downs of it. I've experienced the highs and the lows, and so I'm really just kind of going through it with them, as opposed to trying to prove any points or have a dog in any race. So no, my opinion of the media has changed. There's a lot of good people, but you got to just respect the process.
But I like what you said, Chris. You've always been honest, and that's kind of been your label. You've been very honest with your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier just to do that, especially when I'm passionate about something. I definitely try to be honest about. Yeah, just make some stuff up. Yeah.
Wasted no time on that one.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Oh, I know this feeling. They're in that special zone where you feel untouchable. They haven't missed in a while.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Augustine from outside, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside, because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Here's Tiny. He's covered by Ratliff. Passes it to Tiny. Clock at 2. Tiny from beyond the arc, and then some. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Got that bucket in no time at all. The Bulldozers got 46 points.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defenses adjust, though.
And the pass to Tiny. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Tiny. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the Bulldozer.
Well, it's easy to look at his scoring as the key to this win, but there's so much more to it than that. It's a triple-double. He got it done everywhere.
It's tipped. Augustine from outside. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Wow, this is just a huge road win. These guys banded together. Just an awesome performance.
Here's Pollard. Hits the three-point bomb.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
Well, they've gotten serious, stringing together some game-winning buckets.
And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Here's Tiny, guarded by Augustine. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Shot clock at 5. Here's Tiny. And just miss after miss right now. And the Lakers can just let the clock run down here. Ball's knocked loose. Pollard and the powerful one-handed slam.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, you had to stop.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out